Good morning internet, it is 10:30 in the morning and welcome back to the channel. In this video I am sharing the most memorable events of my 60,000 kilometer motorcycle journey around the world with you. So sit back and enjoy the ride. My journey starts in India, where I purchased a Royal Enfield motorcycle, which I named Basanti. We were going to explore the world together, and India prepared me well for all that was about to come.
That is more white. White, that what? This is tiny.
The roads were tricky.
Hello.
And I made some questionable decisions. From India, I crossed the border into Myanmar. To ride through Myanmar, you have to join a group. I made new friends, and together we rode through some amazing landscapes. I explored the ancient ruins of Bagan. But before I knew it, I crossed another border into Thailand. For the first time in my life, I saw elephants on the road. And Basanti had to pass a sound test to see whether we wouldn't scare the elephants.
Okay. Now I go to Prachuap Khiri Khan.
I experienced the insane traffic of Thailand's capital, Bangkok. But I also found small trails where Basanti and me could ride underneath the palm trees. The food was incredible.
Yeah, just some rice with some, I don't know, give me something nice. Whatever you have.
Rice ข้าวผัดกุ้ง Thailand rice ข้าวผัดกุ้ง
Okay, you can just write, I think, same like Thailand, just Malaysia.
I met two kind women while crossing the border into Malaysia.
You already married? Oh no.
No.
No. How old are you?
31.
31. Yes. I'm 33.
33? Are you married?
Yes.
I had my first flat tire, but luckily I found locals that helped me out. Basanti got ready for her first ride on an airplane.
Oh dear.
We were going to Oman, but although I arrived in Muscat, Basanti's arrival was delayed with 2 weeks. While waiting for Basanti, I took off-road lessons with Peter.
Very good, well done.
When Basanti finally arrived, I drove through the desert and left Oman. On to Dubai, where I took the slow ferry across to Bandar Abbas in Iran. From now on, I had to wear a hijab. But I was welcomed in Iran like some sort of celebrity.
Hello,
Hi.
welcome to Boft.
Thank you.
How do you from?
I am from Holland.
What Boft about? Speak
In the camera?
in a camera. Welcome to Boft. Yeah.
Just say that? Okay. Okay. Welcome to Boft. Boft? Boft. Boft. Oh, thank you. Thank you. This for me?
Welcome to Boft.
Ah, okay.
Welcome to Boft.
Welcome to Boft.
Welcome to Boft.
Ah. Oh, thank you. I start my trip in India. I rode from India to Myanmar, Thailand, Malaysia.
از هند شروع کرده بوده میانمار بعدش اومده تایلند بعدش حالا اومده after Thailand
Malaysia.
to Malaysia.
Very good.
Yeah, yeah.
One, two, three. Thank you.
Together with Basanti, I explored ancient alleys and castles in Iran.
There is a way.
Yeah?
It will go to the street
Okay.
and next to the Narin Castle.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you can go.
Okay, I'll try. That corner is a little bit tight though, but I'll try.
No problem.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good time.
Thanks.
The hospitality was heartwarming. I was being invited to people's houses for meals almost every single day.
Hey. Sorry?
Come with me lunch.
I am going to Maymut.
Have
Yeah. Thank you though. Bye. Hoda Hofez. Hoda Hofez. Bye. Next year. Inshallah. Shamsali. Merci. Merci. Okay. Merci. Yeah. It's go.
But then came the time to leave Iran.
I am in Turkmenistan. This was by far the most bizarre border crossing and entering of a new country. I'm standing here on a 6-lane road, and sometimes see there's a car, but there's nobody. And then there were about 5 military looking guys, and they asked me, do you have grenade, bomb, AK-47, automatic weapon? And I was like, no.
I spent the night staying at the gateway to hell in the middle of the Turkmenistan desert.
I have never seen such a bizarre sight in my entire life.
I crossed into Uzbekistan.
This way. Здравствуйте. Русский no. Look, Otabek.
Hotel.
Hotel Otabek. Otabek.
Hotel Atabek.
But
It's
it's very...
Besides getting lost, I also explored the beautiful historical buildings of Uzbekistan. And only one dodgy money exchange later, I was in Tajikistan.
Sorry. 10, 20.
40. Huh? But I have me only one. I go. And this river is the border with Afghanistan. So those mountains, that is Afghanistan.
I drove alongside the border with Afghanistan for 4 days, being cheered on by kids all along the way.
Hello! Hello! Hi!
Hello, Firuz.
Firuz. Nice! Oh, hey.
My name is Balajan.
Nice to meet you! No!
What's your name?
Norali, what's your name?
My name is.
Wow, what a nice name! Hi!
What's your name?
Norali, what's your name?
My name is Muhammad.
Mohammed, what a nice name! Hi! Stefan! Wow!
I got offered free water by strangers.
Hi! Ah, mineral water.
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Как дела? Хорошо?
Хорошо. У вас?
Хорошо. Nurali.
Nurali? Kyrgyzbek.
Kyrgyzbek. Nice to meet you.
I continued to Kyrgyzstan, land of the horses. Endless plains of Kazakhstan was only interrupted to explore the remains of launched rockets and meeting with local children.
Хорошо. Yeah.
Because of visa restrictions, my visit to Russia was very brief and I quickly moved on to Georgia. I celebrated my 32nd birthday.
What do you guys think of the cake? Good?
Yes! With lovely people that I will never forget. Another border crossing later and I was in Armenia. The Armenian people greeted me with incredible kindness, hospitality and delicious home-cooked food that I just couldn't get enough of. It's a video.
Now let me drive, you bike.
No. Not today. Nishnik.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Не голодный, хлеб есть. Кушать хочешь? Кушать.
Есть хочешь?
Ah, кушать. I have food. I have. Thank you.
Да? Водка будешь?
Водка?
Не понимаю, что скажешь.
As it turned out, the hospitality in Turkey wasn't any less.
This is Ahmed.
Ahmed.
And
Firkan.
Firkan.
Elvan. Mert. Cebrail. Nuran.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye. Hello.
Alo. Hoş geldiniz. Merhabalar.
Nurali. Nurali.
Memleket.
Holland.
Hollanda.
Yes.
Meat and cheese in the 5 minutes in baker. Yeah.
As soon as I reached Greece, I started speeding up my travels. Europe is expensive and I wasn't far away from home anymore. I was crossing a border into a new country almost every day now.
Moto, yeah. 10 SW6559. The plate.
But I didn't stay long. Because of complications with Basanti's paperwork, I traded her for a brand new motorcycle, which I named Dano. With Dano, I would ride from Patagonia all the way to Alaska. I loaded Dano and myself on the boat to the UK.
It's cargo. Yeah, this is it.
I dropped off Dano for shipping and hopped on a plane to Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Hey, eerst gangpas. Ja. Dankjewel.
Holanda. Da. Bien?
But my new adventure in South America didn't start off too well.
Thunder and lightning is not so safe if I ride out here in the open. Oh, this is bad. It's like that top layer of sand. Yeah, that was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. It's impossible to ride on this. Honestly, impossible.
A storm, a bike drop and a puncture, all on the first day. Oh, and I also lost my bike's blade. I never saw so much different wildlife as in Argentina. Oh, yeah. Oh, here. Oh, it's so close.
But that's the male, the one with the big nose, the trumpet. Hello. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. What are you doing? Are you playing? Beautiful.
A very old dream came true as well. Horse riding in Patagonia. It was fabulous. So many people helped me along the way.
¿Necesita ayuda? Sí, tengo.
I was glad I could return the favor a few times.
Sí, por nada.
I crossed the border into Chile.
Hola.
From now on, I was riding back and forth between Chile and Argentina, catching as much of the magnificent Andes as I could. I entered Bolivia and I was riding in the high mountains.
And I mean, I have no idea how else to go. I mean, this is the track that Maps.me is telling me to take. Ugh.
But not all the tracks were difficult and the scenery was breathtaking every day. I was met with kindness by the Bolivian people, and they fed me well. I met Pancho, who showed me his life as worker in an underground silver mine. But then a worldwide corona crisis started. I crossed the border into Peru and spent some time on Tequila Island. Peru went into a lockdown and it wasn't safe to stay there any longer. It took 2 weeks before the Dutch embassy got permission to repatriate me to the Netherlands.
Adios.
After a tense journey to the airport, I made it back. Does this mean that the journey ends here? No, it doesn't. I am waiting until the situation around the world goes back to normal so I can continue my journey towards Alaska. So that was it for today. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And then I'll see you in the next video.